Once upon a time, there was a beautiful rose. She lived in a lovely garden. She was very proud of her beauty. The rose thought she was the best flower in the world. The rose had soft, red petals. They were as smooth as silk. She also had a sweet smell. Everyone loved her fragrance. It filled the whole garden. The rose loved to show off. She would often look down on the other plants. She thought they were not as special as her. The rose was not a very kind flower. One day, the rose saw a cactus. It was near her. The cactus was not very attractive. It had sharp thorns and a rough stem. The rose started to laugh. "Look at you," the rose said to the cactus. "You are so ugly. You have no beautiful petals or sweet smell." The cactus felt sad, but he did not say anything. The other plants in the garden heard the rose. They were upset. They knew the cactus was a kind plant. "You should not talk like that," a lily said. "It is not nice to make fun of others," a sunflower added. But the rose did not listen. She continued to make fun of the cactus. She thought she was better than everyone else. The cactus remained quiet. He knew his worth. He didn't need the rose's approval. Summer came. The sun grew stronger. The garden became very hot. The rose started to wilt. Her petals became dry and started to fall. Her sweet smell faded away. The rose felt thirsty. She looked around for water, but everything was drying up. The rose was scared. Suddenly, she saw some sparrows. They were drinking water from the cactus. The cactus had stored water in his stem. The rose was surprised. She had never noticed this before. She felt ashamed of her behavior. The cactus was not ugly after all. He was actually very helpful. The rose gathered all her strength. She asked the cactus in a small voice, "Cactus, could you please spare some water? I am very thirsty." The cactus was surprised. He looked at the rose. He remembered her cruel words. But he was a kind cactus. He did not want the rose to suffer. "Of course," the cactus replied. "Please take what you need." The sparrows helped the rose. They filled their beaks with water from the cactus. They poured it onto the rose's roots. The rose felt much better. The rose learned a valuable lesson that day. She learned that it is wrong to judge others by their appearance. She realized that kindness is more important than beauty. The rose apologized to the cactus for being rude. The cactus forgave her. They became friends. And so, the rose learned humility. She finally understood that even a prickly cactus could have a heart of gold.